Then comes an effort to create a new you. Maybe you've resolved to be more active, kinder, committed to live in the moment. Well, many people also vow to really spruce up the space where they spend most of their time, their home. But you know, beautiful decor doesn't have to break the bank. In fact, today we're going to show you a couple of neat ideas that can really give your home that comfy and cozy feel without pinching pennies to do it. And joining me now, Cindy and Emma Rust are a mother-daughter designing duo that pride themselves on do-it-yourself affordable home decor. Thank you for joining us. And I call you a designing duo, but there's actually three of you, Cindy?
There is. My youngest daughter was Anna, was not able to be with us today. She has a very, very important appointment that she has to keep, so she was not able to be here, but she certainly participates.
Well, she's surely missed. And Emma, I'm glad you're here. And you've been working on turning your house into a home on less than a $100 budget. How in the world do you do that?
I actually have to credit a lot of this back to my mother. Growing up, she taught us the very valuable lesson to use what we have on hand. And although I hated it when I was a child, because of course, you know, she would sometimes hand us a box of socks to make Barbie clothes out of. In my adult life, I've been able to turn that into designing things for my home with things that I have on hand, or very inexpensively.
Yeah.
I know when I first had my very first apartment years and years ago, right out of college, I spent hundreds of dollars on new furniture, and it ended up just sitting in storage. And then when my style evolved, I got nothing for it. And I thought to myself, after that, I will never, ever, ever spend a ton of money on home decor ever again.
In fact, you've even found items alongside the road?
I have. I was actually with my mom, and she's actually the one who found it. We were in mid-conversation, and she just says, "Stop the car!" And I'm thinking, what in the world is going on? So I turn around, and she says, "There's a table on the side of the road." And we go back, and there was actually this adorable little pink table that was just the cutest thing. It's now my center console.
That's it right there?
Yeah, that's it. That is.
Oh my goodness.
That was it, and we did nothing to it. We just hosed it off and gave it a good cleaning, and that's how it sits.
Okay, so many people are putting their Christmas tree away after years of a look, and you know, they really can start looking drab after a while. And you actually have a way to kind of spruce up, I guess, no pun intended, your Christmas tree?
I did. I was given, my dad bought me a $20 Christmas tree, I think, one year when I was in college. And that's it right there. And I put it together after years and years and years. The bristles would just fall off, and I started to really hate it. And then my mom actually was getting rid of some garland one year, and I thought to myself, why don't I just kind of, you know, use the garland to fill in the bare spots? And now I absolutely love that tree.
It's beautiful.
I couldn't stop looking at it this year, and it was just really full, and it looked like a really expensive tree when really it was just a $20 tree.
That's awesome.
Thank
okay,
you.
Now Cindy, you refurbish furniture. Can you give us a few ideas?
I do. I have, for 30 years of our married life, I have bought from yard sales, garage sales, the side of the road. Obviously, I've seen things, auctions, thrift stores. My favorite thing is to find an old piece that has stopped being loved. And take it home and just love it up and just make it just a beautiful piece, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy taking pieces from my childhood, pieces of furniture that my mother has given to me, and redoing it to match my house. So I'm taking something old and making it into something new, and I love the idea of that.
Like a vase and turning it into a lamp?
Well, I haven't done that. My daughter actually did that.
You do that.
I did that. I absolutely hate throwing things away. So I had a really pretty vase that housed some corks for a while, and I ended up wanting to keep it, and when I outgrew my cork collection, I had to move the cork collection. I turned it over and drilled a hole in it with some help. I didn't do that myself. My dad actually helped me with that. Actually, my dad did that. And I put a lamp together. I put a little lamp kit that I put together myself and popped a vase over, or popped a shade over top of it, and now I have a lamp that's on top of my buffet.
And you use maps for wall art?
I do. I live in Chesapeake City, Maryland, which is in northern Maryland, and I have a small little map of little Chesapeake City that my dad actually framed out of old barnwood for me. So I think that was a total cost to me of about $3 for the print. So and then my dad, of course, did the barnwood. So
you guys obviously have a passion for this, and Cindy, you've been doing this for a while. Why do you love this?
I love it because, for one thing, I believe that we're all creative. I believe that we all have something within us that is creative, and it's just a matter of getting it out. And someone might say, oh, well, you're more creative than I am. Maybe I've just opened that part of my life up a little bit more than someone else has, but I would encourage everyone, just let that part of your life open up, because it is so much fun. There's such a reward to take something that was falling apart and ugly and not attractive at all and turn it into something absolutely beautiful and useful. And I love the idea of not just adding to the landfills that we have and reusing.
Right, repurposing.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Reusing what we already have.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Okay, so we've heard about what you do. Now it's time to see you in action. Up next, you're giving us a lesson on how to decorate on a dime. What are we doing?
We're going to refinish a small table.
Oh, that sounds like so fun. Can't wait to get to work.